They were the most powerful men after the Sultan. But one wrong move, one doubt, and the sword would fall. This is the true story of the Grand Viziers of the Ottoman Empire, who were executed by the very sultans they served. Want to deep dive? Subscribe to Historical TV to uncover their perilous world. Let's begin with Çandarlı Halil Pasha the Younger, the very first Grand Vizier in Ottoman history to be executed by a sultan. He served from 1439 to 1453 under Sultan Murad II and then Mehmed II, also known as Mehmed the Conqueror. Çandarlı belonged to a powerful Turkish family that had long dominated Ottoman politics. But after the conquest of Constantinople in 1453, Mehmed II decided to break this old power structure. Halil Pasha was arrested on June 1st and executed on July 10th, 1453. This act sent a message. No one would be more powerful than the Sultan again. Next came Mahmud Pasha Angelović, a Grand Vizier of Serbian origin. He served twice, but in 1474 he was executed. Why? Many believed he had a role in the mysterious death of Sultan Mehmed's favorite son, Şehzade Mustafa. Trust once broken could never be repaired. Then came Kahramanı Mehmed Pasha, one of the few Turks to become Grand Vizier under Mehmed II, who favored devshirme men. In 1481, after Mehmed's death, a power struggle began. Kahramanı was caught in the chaos and executed during the succession crisis. Next came Koca Mustafa Pasha. Under Sultan Bayezid II, Koca Mustafa Pasha, who had even married into the royal family, was executed in 1512. Even being a royal son-in-law couldn't protect him when his rival, Selim I, rose to power. Selim I, known as Selim the Grim, ruled with an iron fist. He executed Dukakinzade Ahmed Pasha in 1515, accusing him of being linked to a Janissary revolt. Another Grand Vizier, Yunus Pasha, despite leading the conquest of Egypt, was beheaded in 1517, allegedly for insulting his successor and for corruption. In Selim's court, even victories couldn't save you if the Sultan doubted your loyalty. Next came the legendary Pargalı Ibrahim Pasha, once a slave, later a Grand Vizier, and closest friend to Suleiman the Magnificent, met a tragic end. He ruled alongside the Sultan from 1523 to 1536, holding immense power. But Ibrahim began using titles reserved only for the Sultan, and whispers of ambition began to circulate. On March 15, 1536, Suleiman ordered his execution. Later, Kara Ahmed Pasha, a respected military commander, became Grand Vizier. But due to palace politics, especially the influence of Hürrem Sultan, he was executed in 1555 to make way for her son-in-law, Rustem Pasha. Under Sultan Ibrahim, known for his unstable rule, Kara Kemankesh Mustafa Pasha was executed in 1644. Another, Nevesinli Salih Pasha, was killed in 1647 for breaking a bizarre royal order that banned horse carts in Istanbul. Under Mehmed IV, Tarhanku Ahmed Pasha tried to reform the empire's finances. He created the first budget in Ottoman history. But his reforms upset the elites. False rumors were spread that he wanted to overthrow the Sultan. He was executed in 1653. Next came Ipshiri Mustafa Pasha, who was also a royal son-in-law. But that didn't save him. He was executed in 1655. The reason: suspicion, rivalry, and his ties to rebels. Perhaps the most infamous execution came after a military disaster. Merzifonlu Kara Mustafa Pasha, the man behind the Siege of Vienna in 1683. When the Ottomans failed to capture Vienna, the empire's reputation suffered a massive blow. The blame fell on Kara Mustafa. He was executed in Belgrade, and his head was delivered to Sultan Mehmed IV on a silver platter. In the 18th century, under Ahmed III, Nevşehirli Damat Ibrahim Pasha led the empire during the peaceful but extravagant Tulip period. But in 1730, the people rose up in the Patrona Halil rebellion. Ibrahim Pasha was lynched by the mob. Though not a direct execution by the Sultan, his death marked the end of an era. Later, Yalıkçızade Mehmed Emin Pasha was executed in 1769 during the early years of the disastrous Ottoman-Russian War. The military losses led to his downfall. Being Grand Vizier was the highest honor and the deadliest job in the Ottoman Empire. Their rise was glorious, but their fall was often tragic. Executed by the very sultans they served. Their stories remind us that in the empire of swords and shadows, loyalty was never enough. Subscribe to Historical TV for more untold stories from history.